Hey, welcome to the channel. This is Healing to Love, where I teach you how to heal in order to move towards love and find your divine counterpart. Okay, so what I wanted to talk to you about today is finding your divine counterpart, but there's certain steps, there's certain healing and lessons you have to be within or have surpassed in order to be able to attract in your divine counterpart energetically. So there, one of the main, well, not one of the main things, the main thing that you would need to have in alignment, in balance, in order to attract your divine counterpart is self-love, okay? Because you cannot attract love unless you have unconditional love for yourself. Okay, so I wanted to talk to you about the importance of self-love in order to attract and align with your divine counterpart. Okay, so the number one reason that people fail at finding true love is because they fail to truly unconditionally love themselves. Okay, so a lot of people will say that they love themselves, but it's not just saying that you love yourself. It's about how you treat yourself, how you talk to yourself, the things that you allow other people to do to you. It's about setting boundaries. It's about feeling comfortable and safe and good in your own skin. It's about all those things, okay? So you literally cannot fully receive true unconditional love, the type of love that a divine counterpart would give to you, until you first learn how to fully give that type of love to yourself. And you have to do that first. You can't attract the divine counterpart and then love yourself. That no, you literally have to love yourself truly and unconditionally before you are allowed to align with your divine counterpart spiritually and energetically. Okay, when the Bible talks about being equally yoked, that's what it's talking about. It's talking about being on the same energetic frequency as your divine counterpart. If you are not equally yoked, you cannot vibrate together. Okay, so for example, musical notes. You can play two musical notes. That doesn't mean that those two musical notes vibrate at the same frequency or at the right frequency. Okay, so you'll end up playing two distorted notes together, and they sound like crap together because they're not meant to be together. Now, when you play two notes together that are in harmony, they may not vibrate at the exact same vibration, but they're at the same, they are in a harmonious frequency. So those two notes will sound beautiful together. They will sound harmonious together. It's the same thing with being equally yoked with your divine counterpart. If one of you is healed and the other one is not, you're not vibrating at the same frequency. You both have to be to a certain point of healing and self-love before you are vibrating on the same frequency to align and attract each other, okay? So, like I said, I'm not just talking about self-love as in buying something nice for yourself, saying affirmations in the mirror, and just saying that you love yourself, okay? So, not wanting to die, that doesn't mean you love yourself, okay? That just means you don't want to die, okay? So there's literally, I'm talking about loving yourself so much that you don't allow other people to treat you wrong. You don't refuse to put up healthy boundaries. You don't allow people to walk over you. You don't allow people to get chance after chance to betray you or hurt you. You love yourself enough to not let other people play around with you and your energy, etc. Okay? So self-care isn't just about taking care of your body. It's also about taking care of your peace, your spiritual peace, your mind, your energy, all those things. It's about protecting and knowing your worth. It's about healing your emotional wounds. There's a lot more to self-care than just going to the spa, getting a mani and a pedi, and buying yourself something nice from the store, okay? It's way more than that, okay? So your self-care, your self-love reflects how much you truly love you. If you are the type of person who will allow people to play with you and give them a second chance because you're giving them the benefit of the doubt, or you allow people to say slick things about you or use you or only call you when they want money, things like that, when you allow those type of things from other people, you don't truly love yourself. Because if you truly loved yourself, you would not put up with, deal with, or let yourself go through things like that with people. You would see the red flags. You would know when to cut people off. You would feel and be in tune with your intuition enough to know who's worth your energy and who is not, instead of continuously giving your energy to people who were never deserving of it from the beginning, okay? So, again, your self-love, your self-care, setting boundaries, all these things show how much you truly love you, okay? And no one is going to love you the way you want to be loved unconditionally or properly or truly if you do not first have that true, unconditional, unwavering love for yourself. Period. Period. Okay? So we teach people how to treat us by how we allow them to treat us. Okay? So also by what we allow them to get away with. That's how we teach people how to treat us. So if you allow someone to do little slick stuff or say little snarky remarks or just treat you funny in general, like there's so many examples, but I can't, excluding you from events, making you feel neglect, all these other things, like the plethora of things. If you allow people to get away with doing that, if you allow people to treat you that way and you continue to keep them in your life, they will continue to do these things to you because you have taught them that it's okay to treat you like an option. You've taught them that it's okay to treat you like you're expendable. You've taught them it's okay to treat you like you're replaceable because of what you allow them to do to you, how you allow them to treat you. Okay? So this is why it's extremely necessary to set healthy boundaries with people in your life, because if you don't do that, one, you don't truly love yourself. Two, you are allowing other people to treat you as if you are not worthy of being loved, as if you are discardable, as if you are trash, and you are not. But somewhere you're teaching them that you are, because you're allowing them to continue to treat you that way by keeping them in your life, by keeping them around. Okay? So healthy boundaries are literally part of self-care. You're protecting your peace and your energy. Your self-care and good spiritual hygiene go hand in hand. Good spiritual hygiene is self-care. Self-care is also good spiritual hygiene. So setting boundaries, all those things, standing up for yourself, all that is good self-care and good spiritual hygiene. And you need to have both of these things in order to align your own energy and balance your own energy and heal your own energy so that you are capable of aligning to and calling in your divine counterpart, okay? So setting healthy boundaries, protecting your peace, standing up for yourself, cutting people off, leaving people in the past, walking away from situations, all these things are also part of good self-care. And these are acts of self-love. These are acts of self-love because you're not allowing these energies, these people, to pull on your energy, to drain your energy, to mess with your mind, to be leeches of your energy and being energy harvesting, all these things. You're not allowing it. You're not allowing people to manipulate you. You're not allowing people to use you. You're not allowing people to treat you as if you're nothing and not worthy of anything. Okay? That is literally an act of self-love to yourself. Okay? So people, again, who don't truly love themselves will neglect their own needs. They will sacrifice their own happiness in order to keep the peace, in order to keep other people around, in fear of being alone. And these things right there are proof that they don't truly, unconditionally love themselves. Because if they did, they would not need other people to be around. They would not fear being alone. They would not neglect themselves for the sake of someone else. They would not sacrifice for the sake of someone else's feelings. When you truly, unconditionally, unapologetically love yourself authentically, you put no one above yourself besides God, but you are God. So you put no one above yourself. No one above yourself. Okay? So this is why self-love, true love, is extremely important as far as aligning to call in your divine counterpart. It is extremely important because if you cannot love yourself, there's no way that your divine counterpart can love you because you have not first come into alignment and balance within yourself to even receive love. Truly, you have to first give yourself the love that you wish to receive. If you can't treat yourself the way you would want someone else to treat you, so for example, if you want a divine counterpart to love you, adore you, cherish you, be devoted to you, be faithful to you, love you, be romantic, do things for you, like, you have to first do that for yourself. So if you don't take care of your body, if you don't heal your emotions, your mind, all these things, your divine counterpart will never align with you so to do those things for you. Because you have to first do it to and for yourself. Because your divine counterpart is the other whole of you. I don't like to say half, okay? Because you're whole with or without someone. And that's another thing you have to learn how to understand and accept. You are whole with or without someone. So as long as you are yearning for a divine counterpart, as long as you are looking for a divine counterpart, as long as you feel as if you need someone outside of you to love you, you will never be in alignment with your divine counterpart. You have to first align your masculine and feminine energy, your yin and yang within yourself. Also your dark and light energy within yourself. You have to heal your wounds. You have to face your demons. You have to truly, unconditionally, unapologetically love yourself and accept yourself authentically, how you are. No longer worry about having anyone outside of yourself because you are in balance, aligned, and complete within yourself. And you're not thinking about being with anyone because you're focused on yourself and your divine purpose, your divine mission. And nothing and no one can stop you from your divine purpose and your divine mission. And you allow nothing and no one to come in to take, interrupt, or harm your energy. Only then will you be aligned enough to call in your divine counterpart. That's literally how it works. Think about the yin and yang symbol. Okay, one side is black, the other side is white. They are flipped as if they are opposites. But if you separate the yin and yang symbol and you flip one over and lay it on the other, they are the same exact shape. They are the same exact transposition. Okay. When you are in alignment with yourself, you are taking the yin and yang symbol and taking it apart, flipping it and laying it on itself, which makes one side of the yin and yang. Okay? Your divine counterpart also must do the same and take their yin and yang, their masculine and feminine, their dark and light energy, align it within itself, basically separate it, transpose it, lay it where it's congruent with it, and then you two are able to take your side that you have taken your yin and yang and made one piece, and your counterpart who has taken their yin and yang and made it one piece, and you're able to put them together as one complete yin and yang symbol again. So again, you have to first come into alignment and balance within yourself, you and your divine counterpart, in order to realign and create the new yin and yang, or the I don't want to say new yin and yang, because you're already yin and yang separate. But when you heal and do what I'm explaining, you become two halves of the yin and yang and become the yin and yang together. Okay? So you literally have to master self-love and self-care in order to do that. So for a lot of people, the journey to self-love is a little difficult because maybe you don't know where to begin, where to start. So some ways that you can begin to, some ways you can begin your journey to self-love include learning to say no. Okay? It's very important to learn how to say no to people. You don't have to do anything you do not want to do. Also, setting boundaries, like I spoke about already. Stop sacrificing yourself for others. You can also learn how to know your own worth. Speaking life into yourself, as far as like positive affirmations. We create our reality with our words. So if you speak down on yourself, that's what you will be. So I need you to speak life into yourself. Compliment yourself. Remind yourself how wonderful you are. Call yourself awesome. I call myself awesome all the time. For years, I have always said, I know I'm awesome. I'm just waiting for the rest of the world to see it too. Okay, so speak life into yourself. Express gratitude for who you are. Be grateful and thankful for your health, for your peace of mind, for your sanity, for your eyes, for your smile, for your freckles, for your dimples, for the little mole next to your eye. Like, be grateful for who you are, your quirkiness, your sense of humor, like how well you can draw or sing or dance, this kooky talent that you have. Be grateful for who you are, who you were made to be, because you are special and important. You were made the way you were made for a very specific reason. Be grateful. Accept yourself, flaws and all. Flaws, because we don't really have flaws. The world and society has taught us that certain things are flaws. There's no flaws. There are no flaws. That's part of who you are. That's part of your personality. That's part of your character. That's part of you. So accept yourself, flaws and all. You don't need a nose job. You don't need to lose weight. You don't need to worry about your teeth being crooked. You don't need to know. Accept yourself for who you are, flaws and all. Okay? No longer seek validation outside of yourself. You don't need to be in a relationship to know that you are worthy of love. You don't need to be accepted by society or the crowd to know that you are awesome. Okay? You don't need to seek validation outside of yourself at all. You should know within yourself that you are the bestest than the rest is, but at the same time, be modest enough to know that you're not better than anyone. Okay? Reframe your mindset. So if you have a way of looking at the negative side of things, like, oh, today was a bad day because this and this and this, or, oh, I'm irritated. Okay, well, I need you to reframe your mindset. I like to use this example for reframing. If I were to fall down the stairs right now, I would not be upset that I fell down the stairs. I would probably more than likely stand up and say something like, well, at least I got down the stairs quicker, because my mindset is reframed. So certain things happen. I don't look at it as a bad thing. I don't look at it as a setback. I don't take it as a problem. I've reframed my mindset. So my I look at this, I try my best to look at the silver lining in every situation, even if it's a horrible situation. So, yeah, okay, I fell down the stairs, but I got down the stairs quicker this time. So, reframing your mindset will also help you to start or take your journey to self love. It's a good place to start, okay? Embracing your inner child. Embracing your inner child is very important, okay? The society, the world has taught us that when you get a certain age, you got to act like a grown up. You got to act your age. What is age? If time is an illusion, then age is also an illusion. So why do you have to act something that doesn't even exist? You should only act how you feel. So if you see me walking down the street dancing and I'm blowing bubbles and my inner child is alive and well. I may look very serious, and I am very serious when I need to be. But when I don't need to be, I'm childish. I let my inner child enjoy herself, okay? So embrace your inner child. Also pour into yourself. Like I said, with the positive affirmations, you can go beyond the positive affirmations. Just randomly compliment yourself. When you get dressed in the morning, stand in front of the mirror with no clothes on for a minute. Just admire yourself. Don't you look amazing naked? You do. Say it out loud. Blow yourself some kisses. Okay, like really pour into yourself. If you know you have a specific talent, compliment yourself for your talent. Like pour into you, my love. Pour into you. The same way you would want someone else to pour into you, and the same way you would want to pour into someone else. Okay, do it to yourself first. Do what you love. Do what you love. If you love to make pottery, make pottery. If you love to play video games, play video games. If you love to bake, bake. If you love to make popsicle stick houses, make popsicle stick houses. If you love to make little figurines and people out of gum wrappers and make little cities and towns, do it. Do what you love. Do what feeds your soul. Do what makes you and your inner child happy. Do what makes you glow. That's part of self-love, okay? Treat yourself often. So take yourself out. Go on a solo date. Buy yourself something nice. Go get your feet done. Get a haircut. Get your beard trimmed. Do little special things for yourself. The same way, buy yourself flowers. The same way you would want your person to pour into you and treat you. Do for yourself first. Be consistent in these things with yourself, with your self-care and your self-love. Be consistent. Don't just do these things for a week and then stop. No, be consistent. The same way you would want your divine counterpart to love you consistently. Do it for yourself first, okay? And be authentic to who you are, my love. Be authentic to who you are, okay? So if you want to walk around dressed like a Viking because that's what your inner child wants and that's what you want to do, authentically do it. If you want to dress in rainbow colors and look like a Lisa Frank cartoon for the rest of your life, do it. If you want to dress like a pretty princess and wear frilly dresses and always wear a tiara because that would make you and your inner child happy, do it. If you want to wear a cape, do it. Be authentically you, okay? Because that's part of self-love. So that's what I wanted to talk to you about. It is extremely and very important that you learn how to love yourself and treat yourself with self-care. Because if you do not, you will not be able to align with your divine counterpart. You have to give that love to yourself first. So if you are still maybe confused or have trouble or not sure where to begin with your self-love healing journey, so that you can actually attract, align, and call in your divine counterpart, I am offering free consultations, 30-minute phone consultations. And all you got to do is click the link below in the description box. You'll see it. It says Journey to Self-Love Consultation. And schedule your consultation call so that we can go ahead and take the steps to see what it is that you need to align with in yourself, what steps you should take in order to begin your self-love healing journey, and what things you can do in order to align within yourself so that you are able to align and energetically call in your divine counterpart. So, again, the link is below in the description box. Thank you so much for joining me for this video today. I'll be back in a few for another one. Until then, I love you. Have a beautiful day.